And that's why you don't ever sing songs with Josh recording.
I was really hoping that you would to wait as long as possible before putting on your gas mask, Josh.
Boy, do I love this place. I mean, I'm hard on games for the post-apocalyptic all-gray motif, but this is pretty good-looking stuff.
Did he really just call that guy a stalker?
It's also justified. I mean, the whole game is literally about desperation, sanity, and the end of the world. And I don't know. I mean, those are played out tropes, but if any game can justify it, it's this more than, I don't know, Batman's monochrome or whatever.
Exactly. Exactly. Or something set in
modern
day.
We're still loading parts of this level because it's lagging out.
Oh, good.
A little bit. I think we're
like having this game. Having this game be full of color would undercut the themes it's selling and would be hard to justify. And really, it's not this game's fault that other games are too gray.
Like, this is one of my favorite levels in the game. It's also one of the hardest.
Yeah, we are, you know, I hesitate to use the word fortunate, but we have examples of Soviet towns that have been abandoned for a long time and left in the elements. And this is pretty much what they look like, colors and all.
Less giant worm things, though.
That we know of.
There is that.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And this is where this game looking really nice does tend to pay off, is the outdoor environments.
You wouldn't expect them to look this good, considering how much of the game is interior.
Yeah, yeah.
I do wish that the gas masks made more sense in terms of a resource, though, because, like, you crank up the watch every time you put one on, and it's supposed to put a time pressure on you, but you get so many of them if you know to spend the money on them that it's not a huge thing. It's just more like
not on this difficulty mode. In this difficulty mode, it's much more like don't linger around like an idiot.
Then we go our separate ways, and you'll get my AK like I promised.
Oh yeah, that's right. He promised us to give us his Kalashnikov.
One of the commenters was saying that a lot of people made an error with their game where they would swap out their filters whenever their character started breathing heavy, and apparently that's only like 20% of the way in. The game will automatically swap out filters when you get down to the wire.
Alright, Bourbon. Now remember, we gotta stick together.
Oh, Bourbon. You have the silliest lines.
I really want him to expand on the reasons for referring to them as bitches. Is it that he's attempting to denigrate them, their masculinity? Is it that he's trying to draw some sort of parallel to the sexist, oppressive relationships?
That definitely happened where I never made that jump. Okay, so don't want to take damage. That wastes air, so avoid the radiation.
Yeah, that never was fully explained or made sense to me either.
You could climb up, of course, but that seems like the straightforward way of solving this problem.
That seems like the non-first-person shooter protagonist way of solving this problem. Oh shit, that guy's coming.
Demon things are dumb.
Yeah, they're dumb, man. They're like, their faces are dumb.
I appreciate that they took the time to make that guy look like he died of exposure.
Yeah, even if it was just like a hue change on the face texture.
Yeah, that's still like a little bit of effort for a lot of storytelling, and it shows that they care about their environments. They didn't just like, oh, there should be a dead guy here, let's stick in a corpse.
Well, I mean, they did that.
Wow.
They did that in the last level too. I didn't bring it up in time, but
you've been missing a lot, Mister. Mr. Alice. What the hell is that?
When we were in the trains, there was a guy that had shot himself, and Josh was picking up all the guns from it, but...
That sounds pretty first-person shooter. Oh my god! Some ammo for this gun, finally.
Oh, shit.
Oh, there's a bullet missing from the magazine. That sucks.
Well, it's a good thing that there's a frickin' gas mask that's totally intact right there. Alright, yeah.
It must be my lucky
shotgun
day.
our way through this level.
I'm sure it'd really ease the pain of his horrible suffering if he knew that some guy would fuck up later, and then he'd be able to cover for his fuck up by taking the guy's gas mask.
You know, this does bring up an interesting point about dead bodies in games, that the usual video game thing is to just take a normal model that you would just put in town or an NPC shopkeeper and just ragdoll them. Just drop the dead body there. And, of course, dead bodies are generally very pale, looking not like alive people. You rarely, if something's been dead for more than a few hours, you generally do not mistake them for a sleeping person.
Oh no, they've learned how to posterize, Josh. Take cover.
Ah,
I was
Jesus.
just thinking, what Photoshop filter are the ghosts using?
Looked like Josh was getting creative with Premiere.
It's like, okay, posterize isn't scaring him. Let's try the emboss filter.
Lens flare!
I think the emboss filter was specifically made so you could tell when someone doesn't know what they're doing with video
It's like
editing.
a trap. Yeah, I can see that. It's like when they throw in the papyrus font to catch out people who should not be setting type.
Yeah, like everyone who worked on Avatar.
Yeah.
And the damn thank you. At our secret hideout here with the light that's still burning. Alright, that is a T-har. God damn it. I was hoping for a shotgun.
Okay, I
Not
lost
wasting
bourbon
time
and I have
on
no
this.
idea where I am, but at least I'm safe.
At least I'm safe. Growl.
I just love that step 1 of this level is lose bourbon, and step 2 of this level is bury yourself in Monster City.
Do I wanna take the T-har and sell it? What kind of ammo have I got? 12? No. Shotgun better. Here, hello. I'm gonna sneak around and not attack you guys, and hope that you would do the same to me. See ya. I like how some of them are different colors.
Variety.
I think I just heard a shot of bourbon.
Boo. Oh, you were saving that one too. Oh, you suck.
Actually, no, I didn't. I'm actually a little upset that I didn't think of that in a situation where I could have delivered that with a little more panache, but I also just kind of wanted to get it out of the way.
It's like pulling off a Band-Aid.
I'm kind of hoping bourbon kills some chicken at some point, because that would be good.
I don't think there are chickens in this game.
I know, that's what makes me sad.
I can go for some chicken. Man, I had one of those McDonald's Mighty Wings, and I'm like, this tastes really good. And then I glanced down and I actually saw what it looks like inside one of them, and I don't want to eat one of them.
Why did you
Hey, what
get
up,
a Mighty
dude?
Wing?
I need... You have like...
You ever see like a liposuction
Okay.
video? Like a video of somebody getting liposuction?
We're not in a post-apocalypse yet. You don't need to eat that stuff yet.
Okay,
Day
first
47.
eat the soylent
only
green.
food that's kept are the MREs and the McDonald's.
What? Oh, Jesus.
The McDonald's is there for if you run out of Soylent Green.
Okay, that was kind of scary. It was more scary than the last time we saw scary things.
Let's rock!
I'm actually kind of impressed you survived. Oh, am I speaking too soon?
No, I got it. I did it! I'm alive!
You've survived that, Josh. That's good work.
And
I like the idea
got
that
a
the next
med
guy
pack
through
from
here The next guy through here just has a bunch of really crappy, broken gas masks.
I was like, come on, who's taking all the gas masks? What the fuck?
You know, I know they're working around a mythos here, but I actually almost feel like there's a missed opportunity here. Like, with gas mask health just being your health resource. Like, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Like, because, you know, instead of, like, the abstraction of, like, oh, I get hurt, and then I bandage myself up, and I'm fine now, I guess. Like, you know, you can sort of wave away whatever they physically do to your body, but, like, the major problem is that they're tearing through your mask. Like, maybe they're just catching your jacket or your armor or whatever when they attack your body, but what's really hurts is when they hurt your mask, and you start dying of exposure sooner, or, like, of toxic fumes. So you need to find a new one.
So this is actually
Or
one
just
place where you
patches,
can change the filter on your gas mask, and, well, what is the gas mask filter button? Isn't it supposed to be G? It's supposed to be...
Well, at least you found the button for take a big ol' whiff of death air.
When you're near the fire, you breathe slower, which I guess increases your gas mask time. I don't know why. That's what I read on the wiki. So I'm gonna trust it on this one. There's supposed to be like you can see some dark ones in this level. Oh yeah, check this shit out.
I hear children laugh. Oh,
I love.
that's kind of cool.
I love the. Yeah. I love the scene, and there's your color. And that makes the gray all the more potent when you snap.
Did you take your gas mask off deliberately, Josh? Or was that
Yeah.
automatic?
Yeah, I did
Okay.
that deliberately. That gives you a morality point.
Shouldn't that actually... I would have actually think it would be interesting if that... Like, if the game trained you to take off your gas mask, and then they had that situation where you had a vision of everything being nice and pretty, and you took off your gas mask and it kind of killed you. Because that's like, oh no, shit, these visions are, you know, a trap. Although that might not actually be where the story's going from what I've seen, so maybe maybe that's not a good take it. I don't know, I'm not saying that's what the game should have done, I'm just saying that would have been an interesting thing to do, perhaps in a different game. An interesting way to play with expectations.
Yeah, or just you take off the gas mask and you're walking through this lovely green field and all of a sudden you begin choking and you snap back to the real world. Like, oh, yeah, I guess I was dreaming. That was stupid of me.
I died several times here on my last Ranger playthrough because I was out of ammo. I'm good on ammo right now. I should probably reload my guns though.
Yes, this building is where I had trouble too. Oh my goodness. This is actually a frustration point for me. This exact room where you were standing, Josh, I died many times in this room.
Yeah, they come in through the windows.
I found there's a hole in the wall and I just backed up in there and they couldn't attack me more than one.
I got swarmed in the hole in the wall and died.
Oh.
I don't know, you seem to have control of it so far.
I don't know. It might be too early to say this, having not completed the game, but a lot of at least the early parts of the game feel very Alan Wakey. Like
As
I
in you
like the story.
Monsters swarm you, you continue.
Well, I mean, I like the story, I like the universe, I like what's going on, I like the game's what the game's trying to do, but so much of this early game is just shooting mole rats over and over and over again, and it becomes just a tedious exercise. It's not particularly interesting in the same way that shining lights at people and then shooting them was not particularly interesting. There's not a lot of strategy here, there's not a lot of, I don't know, world building being done via combat. It's just shooting things so that we can move on to the next town where we're all like, oh wow, this town is really cool.
Where's my wooden
Yeah, and
path?
you know, games can do better than that.
I remember it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing intrinsically wrong with the idea of having your story, and then there's gameplay to get from one area to the next. But, you know, it does... it's also not particularly fun. Like, you could excuse it more if it was particularly fun combat. It's not really.
Well, not just fun, but I mean, like, the only element of this that feels real Metro 2033E is the emphasis on the gas mask. The actual shooty shoots is pretty straightforward, boring stuff. There's not a lot of scrounging for ammo, there's not a lot of hiding and feeling underpowered. There's plenty of ammo, there's plenty of pretty much everything, at least this early in the game. Later on that changes, especially in different difficulty settings, but right now it's just sort of like, shoot the mole rat, shoot the mole rat, shoot the mole rat, move to cool town.
I guess I sound like a broken record because I'm always leaning more towards survival horror, where you spend more time anticipating battle and less time in battle. And, you know, maybe that's just... I mean, games just are very reluctant to go that direction. And they always just want to lean back on the shooting mechanics. But I would like to see that. I don't know if it's... I mean, maybe people seriously would not play that. Maybe people would say, oh, the game was boring, there was nothing to do but walk around. But I would like for more games to just let you explore and be worried about combat, and less time actually just gunning down monsters.
Oh, assigned a dry station. Cool.
I mean, it's not even
This
that...
is the trap that gets everyone. Where's the damn grenade? Here it is.
It's not even that you have to kill all these guys. It's just that it doesn't seem to add anything to the themes. And
No, I didn't mean to go down that way. I went to the... Oh, shit. I missed the cache from Hunter with the closure on the Hunter story. Not actually closure, because he... Spoiler, shows up in the second novel as the protagonist. But
Slime?
I mean... Alive, but not... himself anymore, I guess would be the way you describe it.
But still a phenomenal badass.
Josh, don't say any more. I need to know one thing. Do these changes make him more or less badass?
I don't actually know. I haven't read the novel.
Okay, more. Yeah, more.
Okay, I can live with that.
he becomes John Connor and they send him back in time to become his own father.
He decides to take the metro to the gambling city while high on lots of different time-traveling hash, along with his attorney.
I get why we scavenge in these levels, because that's how we get money, and scavenging makes more sense here than it does in, say, Bioshock Infinite, where it serves almost no purpose.
Right.
But it does feel like you're not scrounging out of desperation, you're scavenging to get money for loot. And again, a lot of this does change on the difficulty setting, depending on how much loot there is to get and how much money you can get for it. And
I could scare the shit out of you less if you were actually talking to me and not where you think that I'm supposed to be.
As your attorney, I advise you to take the gas mask. And the shotgun.
Artyom, you surprised
I already have a gas
me.
mask and a shotgun.
In order to make up for this sudden shock jump scare, I am going to give the subtle terror of talking in another direction and making you wonder which of us is crazy.
Also, maybe
Don't worry, I won't continue to mess with your mind in a firefight. Probably.
These flying gargoyle monsters, maybe I've seen too many episodes of gargoyles, but I found them not particularly scary.
Did you feel like they were gonna eat a bunch of pizza and ride motors? I didn't watch too many episodes of Gargoyles.
The thing is, they're not that dangerous because they rarely actually attack you in the game. Unless you
I just assumed
intentionally try to piss them off.
I just assumed that
Really,
Gargoyles was a gothic version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Maybe I'm wrong.
I've only seen like little bits and pieces walking through the room while kids were watching it, and I'm like, oh, it's Michael Dorn as a gargoyle. That's okay.
I just don't
As
get
a
how
Scottish
like,
gargoyle.
they don't make sense. Like, the dark ones kind of make sense. The naked mole rats kind of make sense, but how do they evolve wings capable of supporting a human-sized creature with arms and legs?
I think that's just a conceit of the setting, like the idea that in Fallout, radiation turns people into...
Well, everything else is so grounded, though. I mean, Fallout has super mutant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think there is, like, some hinting that, there's more than nukes used in the war.
Obviously.
And also that, or alternatively, if you buy more into the spirituality of the philosophy of the setting, they're demons here to colonize the Earth after humans fucked it up. It is interesting. The game kind of like goes like halfway between the two. Less so in Last Light, when you get kind of more concrete answers for things, but...
Right. After hearing about what the book was about, and about how it was kind of about how we destroyed the afterlife as well as our own world, it made me wish that more stuff from the books actually made it into the game.
Well, there is some later on, which I'm not gotten there yet.
Bourbon fell right on you, man. Man, Bourbon, what the fuck have you been eating? How is it that in the post-apocalypse, you are the one who ends up with all the fucking snack cakes?